Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 762.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about travel plans after COVID-19 because there's lots of people who are trying to get their travel plans arranged for the holidays. They're thinking about getting out of town a little bit. And, well, studies show 60% of people haven't taken one day off since the coronavirus started. And people are really thinking about where do they want to go? Do they want to drive somewhere? Are they ready to fly somewhere within the United States or internationally or from one country to another outside the U.S.? Where do you go? What do you do? And what's everybody else doing? So I thought I would share with you a couple of articles that talk about plans that other people are making so you can get some ideas and make your plans for the holidays. So this article comes to us from CNBC. It was written by Kenneth Kasnowski, and it says, summer is nearly over and the COVID-19 pandemic shows no sign of abating. Many Americans who put their vacation plans on hold are thinking about when they might get away. Shorter breaks in smaller towns and cities close to home may be the answer. The COVID-19 pandemic has really changed everything we know and love about travel. Between grounded flights and changing travel restrictions, people are finding it difficult to get their travel fix this year, said Nick Graham, head of online travel emporium Hotwire.com. Domestic travel, especially quick local getaways for 2 to 3 days, are a great way to test the travel waters again and get a much-needed change of scenery while staying close to home. Hotwire found that while 72% of Americans are interested in a summer getaway, 4 out of 5 think local trips are good first options during the pandemic. In addition, 43% will seek out less crowded destinations, and 89% will take health precautions while traveling. Those steps include traveling by car, 50%, researching hotel cleanliness before booking, 29%, and sticking close to home, 26%. Those findings are backed up by other research. Insurance company Allianz found that nearly 6 in 10 travel insurance customers surveyed will stay within the U.S. borders for vacation this year. However, Americans also want to avoid crowds. In a recent survey of 2,000 people, financial services firm IPX 1031 found that 66% are avoiding large cities when they travel. In addition, 81% are monitoring COVID-19 case levels in prospective destinations, and 85% will cancel if numbers spike. These trends in travel planning reflect a move toward more remote and rural locations and even staycations over big cities that traditionally are very popular for summer travel, said IPX 1031 spokesman Matt Zajakowski. Meanwhile, 60% of Americans haven't taken a single vacation day since the outbreak began, Hotwire's Graham said, even though it's important for well-being to take time off. From personal experience, the few quickie trips I've taken have felt incredibly re-energizing, and exploring our own backyard here in the U.S. is a great place to start, he said. Hotwire has compiled a list of the top 40 U.S. cities for quickie trips this summer, and I'm going to share with you what they call the itty-bitty city town favorites. He's analyzed more than 10,000 data points and has looked at factors such as savings on last-minute bookings, drivability, and population size, in addition to a more traditional metric like the number of tourist attractions. So here's the list of top 10 itty-bitty cities that people are choosing to travel to. Number 1, Charleston, South Carolina. Number 2, Newport Beach, California. Personally, one of my favorites. Number 3, Santa Barbara, California, another one of my favorites, which I just went to in February. Number 4, South Bend, Indiana. Number 5, Sarasota, Florida. Number 6, Savannah, Georgia. Number 7, Temecula, California. Number 8, Troy, Alabama. Number 9, Wilmington, Delaware. And number 10, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Okay, so those were some interesting ideas of where you could get away to, and that was our first article. I have another article I want to share with you about the top 10 places well-heeled travelers are booking for the holidays. And this comes to us from CNBC and was written by Kenneth Kasnowski. And it says, whether, how, and where Americans start traveling again after the COVID-19 pandemic remains literally up in the air. However, some industry experts are seeing signs that at least some travelers, in particular wealthier ones, expect to start going on vacation again during the year-end holiday season. And the well-off who will be willing to fly are headed largely to warm weather spots overseas, it seems. While summer travel possibilities are still too early to call, attention is now turning to the holidays, said Misty Bells, managing director at Virtuoso, a global network of 1,100 travel agencies and more than 22,000 travel advisors specializing in luxury and experiential travel. For many, spending the festive season with friends and family somewhere other than home is a tradition they intend to keep, especially this year, she said. Recent data from Guesty, Israeli-founded property management software, backs up Virtuoso's assertion. Current reservations for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's stays are up 38%, 40%, and 23% respectively. Compared to this time in 2019, according to Omar Rabin, Guesty's managing director of the Americas. That could be due to pent-up demand after stay-at-home orders and canceled summer plans. After sheltering in place for weeks and months, people who have been dreaming about travel are ready to grab their passport and go, Bells said. Virtuoso looked at airline sales data for the upcoming 2020 holiday season to compile its list of the top 10 destinations now being booked. Temperate and tropical climes close to the mainland U.S., such as Hawaii, Mexico, and the Caribbean, are pacing well, it found, as are farther flung spots in Africa and the Middle East. Here's Virtuoso's list. Number 1, Grand Cayman in the Cayman Islands. Number 2, Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Number 3, St. Martin, French West Indies. That's another one of my personal favorites. I've been there many, many times and look forward to going back to St. Martin someday. Number 4, Tanzania. Number 5, Los Angeles. Number 6, Maui, Hawaii. Number 7, Nairobi, Kenya. Number 8, Montego Bay, Jamaica. Number 9, Cape Town, South Africa. And number 10, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. St. Martin and Los Angeles likely made the list as flight transfer locations, a Virtuoso spokesperson said. The flight portion of travel to tiny high-end Caribbean getaway St. Bart's, for example, often ends in St. Martin. Tanzania, Kenya, and South Africa could be appearing because they are destinations for costly safari vacations that require a lot of time, planning, and expense. Thus, existing reservations might not have been canceled and new ones may be going on the books now. Safaris, especially during popular times of the year, require a year or more in advance of booking, explained Erica Richter, Senior Director of Communications at the American Society of Travel Advisors. So those are the types of planning discussions that travel advisors are having with some of their clients. The Virtuoso findings stand in contrast to other research that suggests initial post-pandemic travel by the average American will likely be road trips within home or nearby states. Granted, Virtuoso only analyzed air bookings data. For her part, Jessica Griscavage, Director of Marketing at McCabe World Travel, a Virtuoso-affiliated agency in McLean, Virginia, recently said she's not yet seen an uptick in holiday bookings. I'm personally not seeing a surge in holiday travel bookings just yet, though I think that can change very quickly as states are starting to open up, she told CNBC prior to the release of the Virtuoso findings. End of article. So, very interesting travel plans that people have. I thought this might help you make some decisions about what you want to do for holiday travel coming up, and whether you're thinking about taking that trip, getting away, or maybe you're just deciding to forego it this year and stay at home, and that works too. Whatever you're comfortable with. I did get away myself this summer for a couple of weeks and went up to the ocean in Washington State and really enjoyed seeing friends and visiting with friends up there. But planning a trip is something that takes a little bit more calculation in terms of how you're going to get there, how you're comfortable traveling, who you're staying with, how many people you're coming in contact with, what your activities are that you're going to be doing. All of those things you need to think about before making your travel plans. I also have been invited to go out of the country and have decided to turn that opportunity down. While I don't mind traveling a couple states over or even taking some air flights, I don't feel like doing international travel now, and if we do have another wave coming around, which I think we may have again, I don't want to get stuck outside of the country. So that is probably also keeping people within their country's boundaries, because you're subject to what other countries decide about you coming into their country. And there may be certain countries that are restricted from coming in to other countries. So I think right now it requires a little bit of flexibility, a lot of planning, and a little bit of luck on your side. And just from my own experience traveling on a plane, getting to the airport was fine. Traveling on the plane was fine. I had my own row to myself in both directions and minimal contact with other people. So I got through it, both ends of the traveling, healthy and without any drama. I will leave a link to these articles in the show notes so you can take a look at the list of destinations that they recommend and connect through to some of the links that they've attached to these articles as well for more information. If you haven't yet subscribed to Be Wealthy and Smart, hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified as soon as new podcasts are available so you never miss one of them. And we have our review contest going where I'm giving away 25 prizes. You can win a Wealth Heiress book signed by me. 10 people will win that. You can win my Wealthy Mindset Blueprint audio sets valued at $197. They're a series of 6 audios that show you how to get a wealthier mindset. And 5 people will win one-on-one wealth mentoring sessions with me. All you need to do is leave a podcast review for Be Wealthy and Smart. That will get your name in the drawing one time. If you've read the Wealth Heiress book and you leave a book review on Amazon, that will get your name in the drawing 2 times. And you have a really good shot of winning right now because, as I said, there's 25 prizes and I haven't gotten 25 new reviews yet. So I know that right now your chances of winning are really, really good. And thank you to everyone who has already left a review. And I encourage you, if you haven't done it yet, write a short review. It doesn't have to be anything long. Just write a comment and make sure that you know your code name so that if I call your code name, you know it's you. I will announce winners on the August 31st podcast, so please make a note to tune in and find out if you've won. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.